things. You want to know how we'll succeed? You need faith, but then you also need fire. That's why he told Timothy, I want you to fan into flames the gift. Did you notice that he told Timothy, he says, I want to remind you. Now, here's what I noticed. You don't have to remind people of something that they already know. And maybe Timothy, like some of us under the sound of my voice, are in a season of discouragement because things weren't the way that they used to be. And Ephesus used to be popping. The church in Ephesus used to be. And Timothy finds himself in a position in his life. Is there anybody here, you don't have to raise your hand, where things used to be good and things felt like they were going okay, and then you found yourself in a season of discouragement? And Paul says to Timothy, I want to remind you. Why? Because it feels like you forgot just about the God that you know that you serve. Can I just encourage somebody this morning? Don't you dare forget about all the miracles that you've seen God perform. Don't you dare forget about the ways that he's made for you in the past. Sometimes we get the spiritual gift of amnesia and we feel like God cannot do it again. Paul says, I want to remind you, remember you met Jesus in this city. Remember you saw people healed in this city. I want to remind you what it was like when God touched you. Don't you dare allow your faith to let you forget that we serve an awesome God. And you need some faith, but you also got to get your fire back, young Timothy. Some of us, under the sound of my voice, you've lost your fire. You come in and you go out, and you come in and you go out, and church is good, but you've lost your fire for what the church is really about. You lost your fire for talking about Jesus. You lost your fire for feeding hungry people. We've lost our fire for being evangelists. We've lost our fire. But Paul says to Timothy, let me remind you that we serve an incredible God. And if he, watch me, did it before, some of y'all just missed that, then he can do it again. And don't you dare sit on your butt and forget about what God has done in your life. Fan into flame. When God touched your heart, it lit a fire in you, and you got to get it back.